aho ye yanduma yapfa wabonye iriya natamiraga ukuntu yafuhiraga.
Well, we started his story quite a while ago. He did a lot of things while we were watching. He made it rain and stopped there and then.
For real?
He played and kept snakes that scared everyone in this village. Because of the things that he did, they all ended up calling him a wizard and a lot more. Seeing a man that plays with snakes to this level of putting them into his mouth is unspeakable. One of the strange things about him is that he puts up fire, and when he pours water into it, it does not stop. If this wasn't recorded, none would ever believe that it is true or it ever happened. Today, we bring you this man. This time, he decides to show us even more of the things that he does. About the case of his neighbors calling him a wizard and a lot more, he says that it is true. He is a witch doctor, and he was taught and given these powers by his grandparents. This is his story. He is called Kalechezi. He calls himself the grandfather of ancestors. He has some spirits that come over him and make him do a lot of things that normal people cannot do. He knows how dangerous it is, but he is not at all willing to stop. The truth is that at first, he was not welcoming at all. He asked us what we wanted from him, tried scaring us away, but we talked to him and told him that we come in peace and had no bad intentions to him or anyone else, but this wasn't easy.
Nkuko bisanzwe ndi Karekezi rya mukuru sekuru w'abakurambere ndetse n'imiterekero y'abapfumu.
He accepted to talk to us, and he said that he has a small house that he built outside his. This is where he keeps his snakes, and we were so curious to know how his family members take this, because he lives with his mother and his siblings as well. Today was different because we found him with other snakes that were still very young and dangerous. He says that these snakes were sent to him by his ancestors, and they all come by themselves.
Turazigaburira ni nyamujinya buriya ntago zipfa kurya.
In this house, there are various snakes inside, but he says that they are way too dangerous for the society, and because of the children that keep playing around here, he never brings them outside. They stay in here all the time, and it is where he feeds them from. We met him, but this time he had a lot of baby snakes, which means that he had adopted them soon, and since they are still very young, he does not put them inside, and they live in a hole outside his house. Well, he does a lot of things with snakes that make some people around here so scared, and surprisingly, he decided to be honest with them and tell them that he is a wizard and his snakes won't harm anyone in this village.
Barabizi cyane bantu benshi ngena mbahana imbaraga bamwe bakure nabo hafi.
Some of them accept to talk to him, but most of them are still in fear and never want to get close to him, but he is okay with it, and he says that he totally understands how they feel because he also hated his grandparents when they did the same things he does. With time, he started loving the powers that they had over animals, and this is when he finally decided to start learning how they do this.
Harimo imyaka 32 iciyemo.
Yose irashize ubikora.
Irashishe. Kandi narabisanze mu gisekuru bifatika bihari.
Ninde wabikoraga mu gisekuru kiwanyu?
Ni kwa nyogokuru na sogokuru.
They were very happy to teach him, but honestly, his parents were not. he adopted this, and this is how he wants to live for the rest of his life. His family doesn't like the fact that he keeps playing around with these animals, but they let him do because he proves that he loves them a lot and he loves what he does as well. This is why they say that they are okay with it, though sometimes they also get scared. He sleeps with this big one, and he also dug holes outside of his house, and it is where he keeps the rest, which are very young. He says that he feels protected when these snakes are all around his house.
Buriya n'ubwirinzi cyane kuko mu gihe zindeho ari nyinshi nta hantu umwanzi amenera, haba ari ibyo bohereza, yaba ari ibyo twafashe tuvura abantu.
With the first look in these holes, you cannot even notice that there are snakes inside. He is planning on raising them until they are old enough to come into this house, because according to his plans, these snakes are not going to stay in these holes forever. Once he moves them inside, he believes that more will come. Everyone in this village is so scared of this man, and when we were relocating him for the second time, we faced a lot of challenges, like people who pretended like they did not know his house because they didn't want trouble with him. Some of the people that live around here said that in order for him to live with these snakes, he removed their fang, and this way he can do whatever he wants with them because they cannot harm him. This is a very different story from his. A fang is a long and pointed tooth in snakes that is associated with the venom gland, and it is what is used to transfer venom from a snake into the body of another animal. Without these fangs, a snake can be less dangerous than it naturally is. He says that this is not at all true because his snakes still have all the fangs and they are still as dangerous as they should be. It is because he has powers that they cannot kill him, and if it was another person that was playing with them like this, he is sure that he would be dead by now. Karekezi is a grown-up man, but he has never been in a relationship because all the girls in this society are so scared of him. According to what he says, he does not consider this to be a big deal because he knows that one day he will also find a wife and make a family of his own. He says that if any of these snakes dares to bite him, it would die instead. He always teaches them how to behave and know that it is him, though he does not advise anyone watching this story or anyone in this society to ever try this at all because they would immediately lose their life. Well, not everyone plays with such things. The only reason why he does this is because he is a wizard. He claims to have powers that normal humans do not have. He believes that he can't be harmed in whatever he is doing.
Ubundi icyuya cyanjye nkimara kugera muri zo zumva ari indi mugenzi wazo ni bisanzwe kuko ntago yakumva icyuya cy'umuntu ngo ituze. Niba babonye zinanjye aho zikaryama ukabona zatuje rwose, ahubwo zigatuza zitegereje wazegera umutego wazo. Buriya iyo zindi ho zazituje zimeze nk'iziri mu birindiro byazo. Ntago zanjye namize twinshi nari twinshi mbo mupfumu byiyemeje umaze igihe mu gisekuru baramuteguriye inzira ihamye.
Sisi says that a lot of people are always possessed with spirits that they do not know. These come and ruin their lives, and helping such people is what he does for a living. He is very proud of what he does and loves it so much. It is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. At the end of the day, everyone cannot be the same with the other, and they cannot all believe and do the same things. We have to dare to be ourselves, however frightening or strange ourselves may prove to be. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is Afromax English. Do not forget to subscribe.